We are at the beginning of Q2 and interest rates are into the fives. What sort of microclimate has that created? Let's talk about that in this week's weekly market update. All right, friends, so in our 5 cities of Temecula, Murrieta, Menifee, Wildomar, and Lake Elsinore, last week, we had a total of 217 listings hit the market. That was up 25% to the week prior. We had 171 accepted offers. That was down 17% to the week prior, and 161 closed sales, which was down 13% to the week prior. I am not so surprised that we saw the decrease of accepted offers, and here's why. Here's my take, and I'd love to hear your take on it as well. So we've been talking about rates for months, right? Everybody has been. It's all over social media. It's all over everywhere. We all were anticipating increase of rates throughout the year already, and we were bracing ourselves for that. Everybody was prepared. However, I don't think any of us anticipated that the rates would go up as high as they are, which historically speaking, 5% is really not that bad. But still, when you're used to the 2s and the 3s, it is a shock to the system when it happens so suddenly. It came on pretty quickly and it went up higher than we anticipated in a shorter amount of time than we anticipated. Now, Jeanette and I were talking about this. We talked about it a couple of times. Jeanette is the lender I refer all my clients to. She's phenomenal. And she said, Katherine, I can handle wherever rates are when they're steady. What I don't like is when rates are so volatile. And the reason why she said that is because when rates are so volatile, it feels like you're chasing the rate, right? Like what's going to happen to this afternoon? What's going to happen tomorrow? And of course, you can't lock in your rate until you have an accepted offer and it has a time period that you're working within. And so, you can't just go, okay, I'm starting shopping. Now I'm going to lock my rate. So you know that you've got to get that offer accepted first. Now, every week I am asking Jeanette, okay, what rate are we working off of for this client this week? And then if there's a big change, she lets me know. That way we can really make sure that we're staying in budget. Your payment is made up of principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. When the interest rates jumped up as much as they did in such a short amount of time, people were expecting to be able to look within a certain price range and stay within their payment budget. But with interest rates jumping up, basically about 2% from maybe when they started searching, that does mean that their payment is increased a lot more than what they are anticipating, which either now they have to decide if they're okay with a larger payment to still look in the same price point they were looking at, or they have to decide if they're willing to reduce their price point. So that is going to have some sort of an impact. Maybe not everybody is experiencing that, but quite a few people will be. That is going to have an impact possibly on the days on market. It might have an impact on sales prices, possibly. We want to watch it. It really is just going to depend on how long it takes for us to transition and how many people were in the middle of shopping and all of a sudden their budget has been impacted. So if you were looking at a budget of $700,000 and now you have to reduce that, you have to decide, okay, am I okay with what I can buy for my new budget, or do I have to adjust my budget? So there's going to be a little bit of a pause, possibly, where people are just trying to figure out what they're willing and able to do. So if your property goes on the market on a Friday and you're not putting it in escrow on a Monday or Tuesday, don't freak out. Oh my gosh, the pace has been so fast for quite a little bit of time now. And, it's not necessarily a bad thing that we can, breathe a little bit and work through it. But yeah, so that's my take on it. People are trying to figure themselves out. They're trying to figure out this market. I think once interest rates start to steady a bit, then it's going to be a little bit more manageable because people can figure out their budget and figure out their plan. It's really hard to plan when your plan keeps changing on you and it's out of your control, right? So anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts. I know this is a little bit longer of a video, but just be encouraged. It's just a transition period. And as always, we work through everything, right? Okay, so if you want to pick my brain, you know where to reach me, and I will see you on the next one. Hey, so if you liked this video, like it. If you loved it, make sure to subscribe so you can keep getting these market update videos and other great videos as well.